We are currently living in the worst drug epidemic in American history. Drugs like heroin and cocaine still ravage the nation. But an unexpected kind of drug has found its way into our streets and to our homes.
If I take all other non-natural mechanisms of death, such as fires, homicides, suicides, car crashes, you name it, add them all together, it doesn't even come close to our drug deaths. And it was the total opposite 10 years ago.
The scariest part? They can all be prescribed by your doctor.
An overdose victim brought back to life. Father is facing charges after he overdosed while watching his kids.
Scenes like this are playing out all across our region and the nation.
Way more opiate painkillers than they need to.
Who was at work at the time that their dad had overdosed.
Per 100,000 people, 32% of those people have died from a drug overdose.
2018 is going to be an all-time high for opioid and prescription drug use. More than heroin, cocaine, and alcohol. In 2002, overdose claimed the lives of 22 people in Westmoreland County alone. In 2017, that number has skyrocketed to 193. It is predicted it won't reach its peak until 2024.
It's affected me personally. I mean, I've had multiple friends that have had family members that have died from overdoses. So it's not just another number or a case. These are people. We've had just down the road here from my office in Youngwood, there was a young man overdosed and died in a basement bedroom, and 7 hours later, his brother overdosed and died in the same bedroom. There's a house in Jeanette where the mother, father, and daughter all overdosed and died within 18 months of each other.
But these are all full down to here, and then there's more down at the bottom.
Wow.
And that's one patient.
There's one
case,
patient?
One person. Yeah, every bag is a different case.
Because I always struggled with depression, and then as my use picked up, the depression got worse and worse and worse until, I couldn't even, it was all I could do to get out of bed.
It is not just one particular age group or economic level or anything. It is hitting our culture, everybody.
It was the people in the 40s to 60s and not your teens and 20s like a lot of people think. But there still are teens and 20s. The youngest one we had was a 15-year-old. The oldest one we had was a person that was 2 weeks shy of his 70th birthday.
These prescription drugs are abused. There's a huge market for them. They're high dollar value. So in our investigations as a drug agent, I would have to say that 14 years ago, pills were 1 out of 4, 5, 6. Now, I'd say it's probably 1 out of 2, 1 out of 3 cases. And these heroin/fentanyl cases overlap with prescription drugs regularly.
Well, it impacted my life because I've had to rebuild every relationship in my life, whether it be my siblings or with my parents or with friends.
Now with Narcan being passed out to anybody and everybody pretty much wants it, they're saving themselves, that they're carrying the Narcan with them. There's, without all these things that have been going on, like the Narcan and the preventive programs and the symposiums that we're putting on and so on, I couldn't imagine what our numbers would be. They'd be 4 times higher than what they are right now.
This is the pill wall. 22,000 pills, each printed with the face of a person that lost their life to prescription drugs just in 2015. This machine carved 1 pill every 24 minutes, which is the same rate which prescription drugs take somebody's life in the U.S.
We're not going to wrest our way out of this problem by arresting dealers. It just another one steps up when that one goes away. So that's going to take a multifaceted approach, start with prevention with the younger people, keeping them from even want to try drugs for the first time. That's the biggest thing. Then you have people that are already trying drugs to get them to stop where they're at. Turn around right now. Then the people that are in full-blown addiction, trying to get them into detox, treatment, and recovery. It's going to take all this happening over a long period of time. The The epidemiologists are saying this isn't going to go to peak until 2024.
Why would I want to put myself through that? Why would I want to put my body through that, my family through that, my friends through that?
Again, it affects, just because you don't necessarily have an addicted person in your family, it still affects you directly or indirectly, whether you like to think that way or not.
So what can we do about this epidemic? Drug take-back boxes are located all over the county. This is a safe way to drop off any prescriptions you don't want anymore. No questions asked. But it doesn't end here. Everyone needs to be aware of this epidemic, because if not, this crisis will not stop spreading, causing even more tragic for the lives of these victims and their families.